Hi guys, welcome back to another exciting episode. I am Rashmi Cherian, your go-to sports dietitian, and today we are going to dive deep into a topic that is very important for female athletes. So all my female athletes, if you're feeling constantly fatigued, tired throughout the training, or experiencing mid-training weakness, then it must be low ferritin levels. And most often this sense of fatigue is accepted as a part of training when it should be looked as a red flag. Unfortunately, nowadays with the availability of home-based blood testing, athletes are waking up to the deficiencies that could be affecting their performance. And among all the blood tests, ferritin is one of the most common ones to pop up for female athletes, especially runners. So today, let's talk about ferritin and how low ferritin levels can wreak havoc on your performance. But before I begin, if you're new to my channel, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss out on my latest science-backed tips for peak performance. Alright, let's start with the basics. What is ferritin? So ferritin is a protein which is like a go down for iron, which means it stores iron and releases it in a controlled manner. And as we know, iron is essential for transporting oxygen in the blood, and that is very important for athletic performance. So for males, normal ferritin levels ranges from 12 to 300 nanograms per ml of blood, whereas for females it ranges from 12 to 150 nanograms per ml. And if your ferritin levels drops below 50 nanogram per ml, then you can notice signs like dizziness, headache, irritability, and troubled breathing. And recent researches suggest that your ferritin level should be 40 nanogram per ml for better performance. So athletes, if a ferritin test reveals that your blood ferritin level is below 40 nanogram per ml, then it means your body's iron stores are low and you have iron deficiency. And this straight away means that either your iron intake is not sufficient to offset iron losses, or your body is not absorbing iron properly, or you are losing excess iron somehow. So now let's understand what can happen if your ferritin level is low. So athletes, you might not feel the effect of low iron levels, but if you don't address it, sooner or later you will definitely feel the effects. So female athletes lose iron through sweat, urine, menstrual cycles, gastrointestinal losses, and a process called foot strike hemolysis in the case of runners, where the red blood cells are broken down through the impact of our feet hitting the ground. So it's simple, guys. If your ferritin levels are low, it means your body doesn't have enough stored iron, which means your body's capacity to deliver oxygen to the muscles will be reduced, which will affect your performance. Also, runners with low iron levels, you won't be able to create enough energy to fuel your paces, you won't be able to recover from your workouts quickly, and you might have difficulties with fatigue, lethargy, concentration, and mood. And female athletes who are suffering with iron deficiency might also end up with athletic amenorrhea, which means absence of menstrual cycles or periods, and this is typically due to low estrogen levels and inadequate iron in the blood. And athletes, shall I tell you one secret? Iron deficiency is pretty common among female athletes. Up to 35% of female athletes and up to 52% of adolescent female athletes have iron deficiency. And iron deficiency in female athletes is not discussed enough. It is under-recognized in both teens and adults, and women of reproductive age are typically at a higher risk of developing iron deficiency due to menstruation, blood loss, and their diet also plays an important role if they are consuming lesser calories. And all my female athletes, if this iron deficiency is not addressed, then it can evolve into anemia, which is a condition in which your blood doesn't have healthy red blood cells to deliver oxygen to your body's tissues, and your symptoms will worsen as your deficiency worsens. So All my female athletes, if you are dealing with low iron or low ferritin levels, then what should you do next? First of all, do a health checkup to figure out if there are any underlying health issues that are causing your iron levels to be low. And then examine your diet and incorporate foods rich in iron like red meat, leafy greens, lentils, and even dark chocolate, as they are beneficial for raising your ferritin levels in the blood. Iron is really hard for the body to absorb, and heme iron, which is found in animals, is the most easily absorbed type. And if you want to understand more about heme and non-heme iron and how to increase iron absorption, watch my another detailed video on why iron is important for athletes. And after doing all of these things, if your iron level is still low, then you can take a supplement. Though it's not an immediate fix, but you will still feel better within 3 to 4 weeks. And like I always say, when it comes to supplementation, please consult your physician or qualified sports dietitian. And before supplementing, please consider your regular diet, your menstrual cycles, and your symptoms. Also get your full iron panel test done and checked by your doctor, and don't just draw your own conclusions on the basis of the home-based blood test done. And all my female athletes, you can get your iron panel test done at least once in 6 months. But if you are an athlete, especially runner, who have a history of iron deficiency, or you follow a vegetarian or vegan diet, or you have signs of low energy availability, then my suggestion would be to do your iron panel test done at least once in 3 months. So see athletes, iron deficiency doesn't have to derail your training, but please pay attention to your diet, training, get your blood checked twice a year, and monitor your ferritin levels. And if you found this video helpful, then please give me a thumbs up, share it with your fellow athletes, and comment below with your thoughts and questions. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet, then please do it, because by doing so, it will help my channel reach more and more athletes like you. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next week.